glass-eyed look, deer in the headlights look, okay? Others might say, well, if I drive so much to your website and your conversion rate for X amount of people to your website happens to be 10%, and then that's going to be your ROI, okay, depending on how much your services or your products cost that you happen to convert. The thing is, how do you know that it is actually the traffic that is being driven to the website that's converting? Too many variables out there. It could be a seasonal thing. It could be time, just the right timing. Okay. Um, a lot of variables out there. Okay. So, but if you want to know, okay, what is the ROI? You really have to look at the ROI in a different way. Think about it as the time value of money or the value of your time. How much is your time worth? How much is your time worth on an hourly basis? How much is your time worth to go out there and actually prospect and make those connections? Okay. If you say, well, I'm worth about $100 an hour and I'm going to spend about 2 hours per day or 10 hours per week on social media to do outreach through Twitter, LinkedIn. Okay, so you just spend about $1,000 per week, 4,000 per month. Okay, so if you're spending 2 hours per day, 100 what 200 times 5, okay, $1,000, $4,000 per month. You need to make that up. That was how much you spent. Now, if you are hiring a social media person that's going to handle it for you, and they're going to do all the postings, they're going to look at all the analytics, they're going to make all the adjustments for you, and that is $4,000 that you got back, and they are charging you $2,000. Okay, figure it out. What's your ROI? That's one way to look at it. The other one is to look at your return on marketing investment as far as your brand visibility, your customer service, because good customer service can lead to extended happy prospects. Happy clients. Okay, so good customer service can mean that people are going to stick around with your company or your brand or your service or your product or whatever much longer. Is that an ROI? It very well could be. Could be repeat business. How do you measure repeat business? Actually, you can put some things in place for your current clients to get them to refer and then probably offer some type of incentive. Okay, you can measure it that way. Okay, and there's actually software out there that can help you do that. So that's another type of ROI. All right, happy customers, repeat customers through increased customer service. Matter of fact, there's a study that says that companies that do customer service on Twitter have experienced a 19% increase in customer satisfaction. Okay, 19%. If your company can have an increase of 19% in customer satisfaction, what do you think that's going to do for your retention rate? Do you think that's another way to look at ROI? Sorry, I had to get a sip of my coffee. That could be why I'm like, whoa, whoa, whoa. That's why I'm so energized. So that's another way to look at ROI. So there are tangible ways and there are intangible ways to look at your return on your marketing investment. I never try to equate the amount of traffic that I'm bringing to a client into an ROI based off conversion rate, because now it's transformed. Once they get to the site, it's transformed into a website issue. It could be a sales issue. Okay, now if they want help with sales, we'll help them out. We'll look at their website. We'll look at, okay, what are they doing? How are they getting these people into a sales funnel or a marketing funnel, some kind of funnel to keep them engaged? Okay, we can help out, but I think that marketers should not promise, hey, we can give you return on investment of X amount of dollars, because unless you're getting involved in the sales process, you might be backing yourself into a hole. Okay, so once you've done what you've done, then actually putting dollar amounts to that can be a little bit tricky. All right. So anyway, so that's how we actually measure ROI with several clients. There's a lot of ways you can actually look at ROI. There's tangible and there's intangible. I actually think that brand visibility, it could be huge, okay? But it has to be targeted brand visibility. And the thing is, how are you going to know what to target if you don't know about the business? Okay, I ran into someone, I was at a function, and she said, man, I hired this person and they had this plan and knew nothing about my business. How are they going to market me when they didn't take the time out to learn about my business? What is learning about someone's business? What does that entail? Is that just knowing what they do? I would probably say no. It's not just knowing about what they do. It's knowing about what are their goals. Okay? What are their challenges? Do you even know the right challenges to identify? If you are savvy in business, and again, we're going back to that study saying that a lot of the marketers did not have enough business proficiency, okay? Business proficiency. If you know the right questions to ask, you can identify other challenges that are happening with that business. There are times when we would not take on a client because they just had too many other factors which could hamper the success of their digital marketing strategy. For example, there's many times when I sit down and we're like, okay, what are your revenue goals? What are your different products? What are your services? What are your profit margins on each of these? Let's talk about net, because we take out all the money and we say, okay, this is what you need to net um, to have the type of lifestyle or type of business that you want. Okay, so we take out all the taxes and all this other type of stuff based on the gross revenue that they want to make, kind of increase that to get to the net, their desired net. Okay, so if we know that, and we know, okay, how many man hours are put into this product, this service, this product, or this service, okay? Where are you getting the biggest bang for your buck? What is the low-hanging fruit? How can we get you that low-hanging fruit so that you can remain sustainable? A lot of times when we're sitting down talking with somebody, we can easily identify a pricing issue. Hey, buddy, that do that. Your pricing seems a little bit off. Now, unless you're confident in your abilities, if you're confident in your business acumen and you know what the heck you're talking about, a lot of people aren't going to ask that. They're not going to take that step to challenge a prospect to say, whoa, I think there may be an issue with your pricing. Because there just may be an issue with your pricing. And if there's an issue with your pricing, and based on the size of your company, there might be an issue with your manpower, woman power. Be politically correct. Okay. Your person power. What does that look like? Well, we've had an issue with employee turnover. Whoa, employee turnover. Okay, so employee turnover means you're working more in the business than on the business. So you have to take time as a CEO, as a president, away from running the business to work in the business. Okay, that's an issue. We all know that a lot of the content and the messaging that we put out there for companies has a lot to do or a lot to tie in with their company vision and their culture. Okay? The internalization of a company's culture is paramount to its success. Johnson & Johnson every year does sort of like a 360-degree evaluation. How do I know? Because I was there. I worked for J&J, okay? And they would ask managers and employees a questionnaire every year to see, are these employees and managers keeping in line with the credo? Okay, so J&J has this credo, our first responsibility is to I don't even remember it. My West Point classmate Courtney Billington would probably like roll over in his grave because he's been working. No, he's actually not dead. He's still alive. But he'd be shocked because he actually has a picture next to the credo of J&J. But I don't remember. Our first, is to our shareholders or to our patients or something like that. So they run it through the managers and through the employees. and they say, okay, is your company, because there's 200 operating companies and more within J&J, keeping in line with our credo? And then actually, the managers will come back and go, whoa, we've been kind of falling short in this area. We've been falling short in that area. We need to adjust this or adjust that. Okay. So if you realize that there is an employee turnover issue and that one of the biggest reasons for success in company is internalization of the vision of the company, which can be helped out by the culture of the company. Your employees now can become advocates for your business. And there's nothing better than having employees that are advocates for your business, but that's hard to do if you're having high turnover. So if I'm a marketer and I'm coming in there and I'm like, whoa, you have high employee turnover, how are we going to get anybody to become champions for your business if they're leaving all the time? Maybe that needs to be fixed. But guess what? Let's go back to the business proficiency that hiring managers are looking for. It's not there because they can't identify it. They have not learned that part of business and how it can actually affect a company. You might not think that it could affect a digital marketing strategy. Well, I would say that it could. And if it doesn't, let's just say that if all those things were in line, there's a higher probability for a higher level of success with your digital marketing strategy. There just is. Boom. If you don't believe that, send me an email, text, call, whatever the heck you want to do. Let's talk about it, okay? But I would challenge to say that if you're saying that that's not the case, then you probably don't know business. You just don't know business, okay? I know I'm kind of bold, but I'm very passionate about this because it's getting bad with businesses being taken advantage of, okay? So the other thing is the lack of knowledge across the different digital areas. So people say, oh, social media, SEO, I'm going to go out and get an SEO person, I'm going to get a website designer, I'm going to get a social media person, and somebody else is going to handle my pay-per-click, I'm going to get a content writer. Sorry, another sip of coffee. Getting a little cold here because I'm doing so much talking. So what happens is, does anybody remember that movie Lost in Translation? Okay, I don't remember it, but it's a good saying anyway. So Lost in Translation. I am a true believer that things get lost in translation. And they get lost in translation because of time or just people are relaying the incorrect messages. Now, one of people that are in supply chain management know about just-in-time, JIT, okay? So just-in-time supply chain management. So you don't have, that's not really my area, but I do know about it. That is when you just don't want to have too much inventory sitting around, all right? So you want inventory going out the door as orders are coming in, okay? So the thing is, that increases a company's efficiencies. The more efficient you are, the more money you save. Think about a car, okay? A car that is energy efficient, a refrigerator that is energy efficient, your HVAC system that is energy efficient saves you money. It's the same thing with a business. If a business is efficient, it's going to be saving them money, which guess what? That means they have more money to probably spend on your marketing if they are efficient. Okay, they could probably afford your marketing. How many times have we heard that? Oh, I can't afford it. I can't afford it. And marketing is the first thing to go. Well, guess what? There are some other issues going on if you can't afford 8% of your gross revenue for marketing, 8 to 12%. There's something else going on. Okay, there just is. There's no ands, ifs, or buts. There's something else going on. All right, and somebody needs to identify that. So let's go back to the different digital marketing areas. So you hire an SEO specialist, a website developer, and a social media person is probably handling your content marketing. And the social media is like, okay, what's going on the website? And where are people dropping off? Do I need to maybe direct them to a different page? Well, guess what? Contact our web developer who's handling our Google Analytics. So you contact them. Most likely they have a lot of other things going on. So you're waiting a week. A week, maybe less, but you're waiting, okay? You're just waiting Time is money. Time is money. So you're waiting.